So when we think about employee benefits, it's the second biggest people cost that most organisations have got, but very few companies have got an effective way that they can optimise that spend. And when you actually look at how much is being spent versus how much actually gets spent on the employee, there's a huge amount of potential to reduce and take out some of the fat. So for example, for multinationals, often they may have policies where there's duplication all the way through. So they may have a global travel policy and a regional travel policy, but also elements of a travel policy within local benefits. So they're paying 3 times for a benefit that may only be paid out once. Or another key area that we've seen is for a lot of organisations, they have had significant medical inflation, and maybe the brokerage commissions are linked to that those increasing premiums. And they may have been going up 10, 15, 20% year over year, but actually the services that are being provided by the broker aren't related to it. This increase. So there's an opportunity to have a conversation with the broker, maybe to look at making sure that any commissions that are being paid are appropriate to the actual services being provided. So it's all about thinking, we're spending all of this money, how do we make sure that every pound, dollar, euro, whatever is being spent is making an impact for the employee? Yes, I think flexible benefits is an interesting one. It's been around for 20 odd years now, and I think that often what we see is that the communication is more important than actually the flexibility that's being offered. So making sure that employees are understanding what is appropriate for them and how they can access the information really helps them to get the most from their benefits, as opposed to maybe increasing the level of flexibility, which can actually make the understanding of the benefits more difficult and more complex. So I think when it comes to measuring the impact of flexible benefits, one of the best places to look at is actually understanding how employees appreciate the benefit that's being given to them. So one of the biggest benefits of flexible benefits is that if an employee's got to make a choice, they've got to try and understand what they're being offered to make the choice. So if you can then look at, well, how does an employee potentially perceive the benefits before a flexible benefit program is implemented versus after it's been implemented, it'll give them really great insights as to the increase in value they're getting from their benefit program.